Stuart going forward, well warmed, as I've been told. We have the amazing Pure Joe's Johanna Thomas with us today, and it's amazing because you don't pay enough attention to what we eat, and we don't pay enough attention to what we do, and action and doing things is important. Johanna is just going to let us know why that might be, aren't you, you little star?
Hi Stuart, how are you?
Thanks to you, marvellous.
Great, that's what we like to hear.
So tell us about your ethos of Pure Joe.
So Pure Joe is holistic health and wellness coaching or advisory.
Mm-hmm.
So by holistic we mean the body as a whole. So we don't just look at diet or exercise. I look at everything that's going on with your body. So from mentally to physically to aches to pains to your environment, your lifestyle, everything. So I take into account everything that's happened since the day that you were born. In fact, how you were born, whether were you breastfed, were you a natural birth, were you a C-section. I take in everything that you've been through to find out exactly where you're at now, and that will tell me why your body is doing what it's doing. So if you've got symptoms of aches or pains, digestive problems, diabetes, you've got cancer, so-called cancer, whatever it is, then what we do is I put together a holistic healing plan, bespoke for you. It's 100% made for you and nobody else. So it's what we call bio-individuality. And bio-individuality means that I can't write a specific diet for everybody. It's tailor-made to you and only you, and I work through that with you as the time goes on. So it incorporates nutrition, which is obviously a big part of it, exercise, meditation, stress management, your lifestyle, the products that you put on your skin, the products that you clean your house with, your air, your water, everything. Because we are a product of everything, of our lifestyle. And it's about creating healthy habits. And what about creating healthy habits in your day-to-day activities?
And I have to say that you reflect in quite a wonderful way the things I know you do to look after yourself. Yes. And I know you go to great lengths to find them, because I often ask you to do such things for a radio show that we work on together, to find things and see assess them, how they fit in or don't fit in to a plan that you can then use to help people look better. And
I have to say I'm actually quite picky, because after...
No, really?
Yes. I'm a hard
slight understatement, yes.
I'm a hard taskmaster, it has to be said. Products that I endorse are 100% what I believe in, and I have tried and I have tested. And there are so many supplements, for example, out there for people to go and purchase, and nobody really knows which are the right ones for them. And they're buying tons of synthetic stuff that is not good for their body. We should eat as much that is plant-based, as much close to nature as we possibly can. We should eat organic, eat local, fresh, seasonal. You know, but all these people are buying these processed foods, stuff that's easy to get, and it's quick and it's simple, and they just shove it down. They don't even think about it. You know, we've lost the whole mindful eating, where you sit down and the first part of digestion is that you smell, and then your brain tells your stomach that, oh, we're going to have some food, and that smells like meat. So it starts to release the enzymes that will help it to digest the meat, and so then it goes onto the palate, and then it goes through and get down through the various areas of your digestive system, and that all helps you to have better digestion. But if you're just grabbing a sandwich and you're walking on the street and you're talking on your phone, it's all going to be a complete mess. And if you start drinking at the same time, you shouldn't drink when you eat. There's so many little things that you can do to help have a healthier life. And we make around 36,000 decisions every single day. And so each one of those can be healthier, guaranteed. And that's often what I do. I go into people's homes and I shadow them for a whole day. And then the next day, I tell them how to do everything more holistically. From the minute they wake up, to what they're thinking, to how they're cleaning their teeth, what they're cleaning their teeth with, to what they're wearing, to the water that they're drinking, to the exercise that they're doing, more holistically. Because I'm guaranteed that everybody could do that decision that they made more holistically. And the decisions we make today will define our tomorrow. So if you decide today to have 10 champagnes instead of having 10 waters, obviously tomorrow's going to be a bit of a heavy, hard day.
You, having shadowed someone, would make a sort of little report and then discuss with them how to improve their lives.
Exactly.
Do you do more than that? Do you then sort of lead them through
Yes.
by regular going and seeing them? Because people are very prone to say, yes, Joe, I'll go and do that. Of course I will.
Of course. That's why I have to actually go into their homes.
Then they don't.
That's why I have to go into their homes, because people lie. They say, oh, I eat loads of organic stuff and I don't eat any processed foods. I don't have any chocolate in the house. When I go into their kitchens, I'm like, oh, what is this? And then I go into their cosmetics cupboards and I find all these toxic chemicals. And I go into the cupboards that they clean their kitchens with, and there's bleach and there's all these more toxic chemicals. And I'm just like, you're living in a sea of toxins. What are you doing? No wonder you're sick. No wonder you have problems. And so only then can I really get into the deep, dark depths of everything. And yes, everything is 100% made towards them to be more holistically healing. Tailor-made for exactly what their issues are. If they can't sleep, if they have bowel issues, if they have hip pain, knee pain, whatever it is. Most of the time people come to me and they think they've only got 5 problems, and by the time they've had the whole consultation, they've realised they've probably got 25 problems, but they've been living with them for such a long time, they think that's normal. And I'm like, it's common, but it's not normal. And health is our real wealth. It's not money, it's health.
Yes.
You can't buy real health. And they say, oh, we've got to find a cure for cancer, and we've got to do this, and we've got to do this, and everyone give money for charity. The cure's already there. I don't know why they're trying to find a cure. The cure is already out there. It's organic fruits and vegetables, and eating as close to nature as possible. It's that simple. But of course there's no money to be made from that. So of course they have to have chemotherapy, and they have to have radiation, they have to have all these pharmaceutical drugs that actually don't heal the root cause of the issues. They just deal with the symptoms, and we call it symptom relief. And often people come to me and they're on 10 medications. And by the time they've 2, 3, 4 months in on the program, they're no longer on any of these medications. We've given their body the tools to heal itself, and that's what it's all about. Your body is such a dynamic system. It can heal itself, but if you load it full of toxins and in an environment that it can't breathe and it can't live, it will do its best. It will do its best, but eventually something's going to give. And that's why in terms of diseases, only 3% of diseases are actually diseases, like genetic diseases. The rest is just bodies adapting to your deficiency and toxicity.
What are the three diseases?
In terms of their 3%, so that means that they come down to genetics. So they're things that you actually can't help, and you would have gotten from birth. Whereas everything else, like diabetes, cancer, heart disease, most of the other ones, they all come down to the fact of your lifestyle, having a stroke, everything, your lifestyle. So
amazing.
It's your lifestyle and your environment.
So attitude and your frame of mind is terribly important within that.
For sure. Mindset is so important. I had 3, to get to where I am today, I've been through a lot. And I've had 3 cancer scares before I had a nervous breakdown and lost most of my hair. I got adult acne and all sorts of horrific things. And I didn't realise that I had brought that upon myself. Somebody said to me, what did you do to bring on the cancer? And I'm like, what do you mean, what did I do? Didn't bring this on myself, I didn't want the cancer. And then I was like, no, actually you're right, I did. Because at university I was a ripper. I ate awfully, like most students do. I drank so much alcohol, I might have done some other naughty things. And unfortunately, my body, it couldn't take it in certain areas. So, and the important thing is that I had it 3 times, the different, 2 scares, and then another one, and then it wasn't until I had the 3rd one that I realised something's got to give.
Yes.
You can't heal in the same environment you get sick in.
No.
And that's why so many people that do go and have radiation, they do go and have chemo, they might get well, they might go into remission, but then it comes back for 2 reasons. Because if, for example, you have breast cancer and then you find out, go through all the treatment with the medications, and then that breast cancer is gone, then all of a sudden they'll find it in your liver. This is very common. It goes from breast to liver to brain. That's the stages. But actually, cancer is not organ specific. Cancer grows in every part of your body. Mm-hmm. Every day we have 10,000 cancer cells in our body, everybody, whether you're sick or well. And it just determines whether or not your lifestyle and your environment will determine whether or not your body is strong enough to fight those 10,000 cells. So every day my body, all my strong cells, my healthy cells are fighting those 10,000 cells, and they die. Same thing the next day, same thing the next day. But if your body, if your other cells are not strong enough to fight those 10,000, they can maybe only fight 1,000. And then they keep multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And then over time, as we get older, you see, that's why cancers normally come in later years. Because our whole lifestyle and our environments are beginning to catch up with us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so you have to be aware of these things.
I don't think people understand that is how cancer is.
No, I
think
think
it's like a cold. You get to catch it
yeah.
because you
oh,
did
yes,
something.
they come to me and they say, oh, I caught cancer. I'm like, who did you catch that off? And they're like, no, you didn't. You didn't catch it off anybody. You brought it upon yourself. You hold the power at the end of your fork every single day to determine whether or not you'll get cancer, or you'll get diabetes, or you'll get heart disease, or you'll get IBS problems, or you'll have, any aches and pains, inflammation, whatever that is. That's because of the way you think, the way you act, the way your environment, your lifestyle, and what you put into your body. It's everything. You can't just say, I got it because of this, I got it because of that. It's a whole mix of things. And that's why what I do with Pure Joe is I have to have such a detailed consultation with you. I mean, you go to the doctor, he'll give you 5 minutes, and he'll say, right, you've got that ache and pain. He'll go through his little thing in his brain. He'll go, that means you've got diabetes, congratulations, and I will give you this prescription and that prescription, thank you very much, goodbye. So when you come to me, it's hours. And it's very, very detailed, but it has to be, because it's the only way I can really find what's causing those issues. And that's the only way you can heal, is to find the real cause.
Yeah. And each person, as you say, is different from the
100%.
next.
Even if you've got the same cancer, even if you've both got, breast cancer in the right breast, the reasons you have that are going to be completely different. And it's the same, and because they think that it's organ specific. And when you go to see a doctor in the NHS, you've got an oncologist, you've got an endocrinologist, and you've got all these different doctors that specialise in different parts of the body, but the body doesn't work like that. The body works as a whole. And so that's why holistic medicine is so much more powerful, because we take into account everything. The doctor's not going to say, you go in and you've got high blood pressure. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your high blood pressure. What's your life like? Have you got a lot of stress at the moment? Are you drinking enough water? What's your diet like? He's not going to ask you any of these questions. He doesn't give two hoots. And in fact, actually, to be fair, he's not properly trained in it. I think in 4 years of being a doctor, to become a doctor, you get maybe 2 hours in nutrition. So,
which kind of limits your
yes,
knowledge.
Exactly.
Because nutrition changes, the knowledge in nutrition
100%.
changes quite quickly.
Yeah. And you've got to remember that one person's poison is another person's healing food.
Yeah.
So what works for me and is going to heal me is not necessarily going to heal you or somebody else. And that's where most people go wrong. So most people go online, they say, oh, I'm going to do this diet or that specific diet or become that and that. And it might actually be detrimental to them. There's like a lot of it's becoming very trendy now to become vegan. But there are some people that I would definitely say would not advise you to become vegan for various issues, So you have to work with a holistic nutritionist or coach that will work with you and specifically find what's good for you, and keep going through it. So I've become more like a life coach than anything else, because maybe this month you don't have any stress. Next month maybe somebody dies in your family, God forbid, or you have somebody who has an accident or something. You're going to have
or the car breaks down or something
exactly.
like that.
Exactly, and then
day,
so it's these stresses up and down. We have to then adapt what you're going through. We have to adapt according to what you're going through, with what your nutrition is and what the stress, and maybe you need more meditation that month, maybe you need less. All these different things. So an exercise is very important. People say to me, what exercise should I do? Just do anything. Do whatever makes you happy. Just have fun. It doesn't have to be, oh my God, I've got to go to the gym today and it's cold outside, I don't want to go. There's lack of motivation. It should be your desire to be, your body is a temple that we have been blessed with.
Yeah.
And you have to love and nourish it. And self-love, self-care is so important. So what you think is the way that you'll feel. If you think that you're happy, you think that you're well. I had no chemotherapy, I had no radiation. I thought I went through lots and lots of laughter, and I visualized. Visualizing is very, very powerful. Visualize what you want from life. Visualize being healthy. Visualize being at your ideal weight. It's about optimum wellness at the end of the day, and wellness is now become a $4 trillion industry. So there is so much out there. There's so many different biohacking things that you can do in your day to protect yourself from all this sea of toxins that we live in. Sorry, I can waffle about this because it's my passion.
I like to
We're going
hear you
off on a
talk. I
tangent.
like to hear you talking about it because I know it is a passion and you
Yes,
don't
it
often
is.
talk about it.
No, it's true.
Anyway, if somebody wanted to know how to get hold of you, how do we do it?
Yes, so my website is www.purejo.com. That's purejo.com. And there's a link on there. You can click and send me an email, and I'm totally available.
It's wonderful to talk to you and hear you talk about something
Thank
I
you,
know
Stuart.
touches your heart a lot.
Thank you. Yes, it does. Yes.
And we'll have you back in the new year to do something special about
Great.
how to sort people out holistically for
I would love that.
2019.
And I'd love to bring on lots of products and show people some of the biohacks that I use, and maybe it would be useful for them.